Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be repainting the headers on my car. I have a pair of old hooker headers, equal length, that I have on my Foxbody Mustang, and today I'm going to be cleaning up and painting them because I have a brand new engine that I'm going to be putting these on, and I don't want to put rusty headers on my brand new engine. But I am not going to be going all out on these headers. I'm not going to take it to a sandblasting shop and get it sandblasted and took all the way down to bare metal. I'm just going to be sanding them down with a wire wheel and some sandpaper and doing the best I can to get almost all the rust off because I don't want to put just rusty headers on my brand new engine. So I'm just going to be taking it as far down to bare metal as I can, getting all the rust I can get off, and then painting them or priming them, painting them, and going from there. So that's what we're going to be doing, and I know there's a bunch of different ways to do this. There's the oil or the vinegar soak that you can do. There's just a ton of different things, but what I'm going to be doing is just a wire wheel, sandpaper, and getting all the loose stuff off as close to bare metal as I can, and then repainting them because these are a temporary header and I'm not going to be keeping them forever. I have stainless steel turbo headers coming for the car in the next 2 to 3 months, but I'm going to show you the process that I had to take to get the headers as clean as I did get them, and what I'm going to do to paint, and the stages, and how many coats, what kind of paint I used, and that kind of stuff. So here we go. Okay, so this is the header I have to work with. It's a hooker equal length header for a Foxbody Mustang, and it's gross. It's real gross. But you can see the paint was just flaking off, and I think there's probably 2 coats of it. I bought these used, so there looks like there was, yeah, about 2 coats of paint, and the top coat is coming off, and there might even be a little bit of rust. It kind of looks like rust, so we're gonna be getting it off. Oh, that's definitely rust right there. Alright, so a couple of the things that you're going to need is these 3 paints. And the clear is optional. It's just going to come out a little bit better with the clear. But, so, we're going to be taking these headers down to bare metal. So we're going to need this 2000 degree primer, which is like gold. I couldn't find it anywhere, but I ended up finding it at Lowe's, and I'll link it in the description. I tried to find the VHT stuff, but I couldn't find it. So this is what we're using today. The 2000 degree primer, flameproof satin black, and then the satin clear, and those are the 3 paints we're going to use. We're going to probably do 2 coats, 3 coats, and 2 coats, and that's how we're going to do it. And then the other thing is I'm going to start with a 180 grit sandpaper, but I'm not getting super fine because it is just a header and it's not going to make that much of a difference. And now comes the tedious part where you have to sand on your header for like 3 hours. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna put a time lapse of me actually sanding it up, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get into it. This is from later in the video. I almost forgot to tell you guys, you gotta clean all the crap and grime and junk off of the headers before you start sanding on them or cleaning or whatever you're doing to them. So what I did, and it's in my last video, is I actually pressure washed both the headers and got all the junk off of them. They weren't that dirty to begin with, but still better. Okay, the other thing you want is a mask because we are going to be sanding this, and particulate is going to get in the air, and rust is real bad for you. So I know everybody's got these cute little masks right now in quarantine. At the time I'm recording this, it is 2020 and we are in the pandemic. So I know everybody's got a mask. So just throw your mask on and go to town. And you should have gloves too, but I hate gloves. I think most men hate gloves. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to be starting out with the 180 grit and getting this thing down to bare metal. So I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to be bored, but you can at least see what's going on.
See those hands. Now that's thorough.
Alright, so I got the first header. It's not quite done. I still have a little bit more, but I wanted to show you what you should have it look like, or what it should be looking like. And I got almost all the rust off. I still have a little bit more to go, but almost all of it. I got in there and I started going and I was like, oh, there's more rust. Oh no, there's more rust. Okay, here's the header. Anywhere there was rust on this header, I made sure to sand it all the way down to bare metal. Alright, so we got the header sanded down and it is ready for paint. Got all the rust I could get off of it and it's looking good. So as you just saw, it looks really good actually. So we're gonna get these things painted tomorrow and I will see you then. So it's the next day. I just got home from work and the headers are cleaned up and ready to get painted. I am gonna hit them with a wire brush a little bit more just to clean them up. So after I hit it with the wire wheel in the couple spots I want to get to, I'm going to primer it and get the paint on and get the clear on, and then we'll be done for the day. And these things will look really nice and new, and they'll be ready for the new engine, and we'll be done. So, I dremeled it with the wire wheel and it looks good. I got almost all the rust off of it. Everywhere I could get to, I got it off. So it is ready for paint now. So I'm going to hang it up and start priming it. Okay, so I hung the headers up courtesy of my engine hoist. And what I did is I taped off the studs on the headers just because I don't want paint getting into there and making it worse to actually thread the nuts on. So I taped those off or masked those off, and so then I'm going to wipe them both off with acetone, but you can use rubbing alcohol if you want to, but I'm just going to use acetone because it's available to me. And then I'm going to put my first coat of primer on, but first I got to make sure the Mustang's covered so I don't get paint all over it. Alright, so I'm going to wipe these off with some acetone just so they're clean and ready to, are uncontaminated, so I can lay the paint on there and I won't have to be worried about dust and junk getting on it. Okay, so I just got them wiped off and now I'm going to get my first coat of primer, and we're using high heat Rust-Oleum primer. It's supposed to be good to 2,000 degrees. Oh, what the? Oh, God. Okay.
If I could just run this under some hot water.
Alright, and so since these are equal length headers and there's twists and turns and crap everywhere, it's going to be kind of a pain to paint it. But, you know what? I'm going to give it my best shot and hopefully it works out. Okay, I got my mask, I can continue. I was going, I was like, this smells really bad. Why do I smell so bad? And then I was like, oh.
Think. Brain blast!
I'm not wearing a mask. That makes sense. Took me like 10 minutes just to get one coat on. That's crazy. That's really hard to get into this stuff and make sure it works. So I'm gonna skip out the next coat, and then when I go to black, I'll show you that. All right, so they are primed. This is the third coat because I was painting and then I couldn't get the spots, and so I kept painting, and then so I did one coat, then I did a second coat, and then I got to the third coat. And the third coat, now they look really good, and as you can see, everything is looking really, really good. It's gonna be real sad when they burn off. We're gonna get the black on here now. We're gonna let this dry for like 15-20 minutes, and then we're going to put the black coat on, and I'll put time lapse on so you can see it change. Alright, so the headers are now dry. I got a clear coat for them, so they look really flat right now, which, you know what, it was probably unnecessary because they are going to burn off eventually, their headers. So, but I did buy a satin clear paint, high heat paint, just so they're not so flat looking and they kind of have just a satin look. So I bought, here, let me show it to you. So this is the high heat satin clear, and it's the same VHT flame proof type, and we're gonna spray this on. We're gonna put 2 coats of it on the headers. So you see how flat the headers are just with this VHT high temp black paint. It's just a really flat black, which is fine, that's what it's supposed to be, but the satin is just gonna make it look a little bit nicer in the engine bay. I like the satin finish. What can I say? I probably said it too many times, but I like it. So we're gonna put the satin on there, and then we're gonna be done painting, and I will show you the end result. Alright, and this is the end result. So the paint's been on there for about 5 minutes, so they're not dry at all. But so this is what that satin finish did to it. I mean, the light makes it look really shiny, but they are not that shiny. It's that dull satiny finish. But yeah, no, the camera makes it look extremely shiny, but it is not. I mean, it is, yeah, it's just not that shiny. So it needs more time to dry, but I recommend if you're going to paint your headers, put this satin finish on it because it looks awesome. But this is the end result, guys. All right, everybody, that's the end of the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Sunday, I will be getting the engine bay ready for paint, and there's a lot of wires I gotta move, a lot of sanding I gotta do, and we're just gonna get ready for paint. And I might be able to paint a little bit. I'm gonna try. I got the paint store in town, can color match it, and that's what I'm gonna be doing, and I'm just gonna be painting the engine bay the same color. So that's what's gonna be on Sunday, is getting it ready, maybe getting a little bit of paint done, hopefully a little bit of paint done. But that is the end of the video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. If you made it this far, please hit that big red button at the bottom that says subscribe and turn on post notifications so you're up to date with my old 1980s Mustang builds and all the other videos I come out with my little Dodge Neon too. All my cars just don't sound that cool, do they? But they are. I promise they're cool. So, but that's the end of the video, guys. And remember, smash that like button as well. Alright, guys, I'll catch you next time. Alright, everybody, make sure you shake this thing up for like 3 hours. Really, oh, really? Is that in there?